Hi gang. This session we focus on slipping and attacking. So slipping away from the line of fire and using those kicks and punches we have trained before. I have now quite a lot of equipment here. Not to worry again, if you don't have a punching bag, don't worry about it. Floor ceiling ball, as you see, we have lots of different suspenders here, and then of course we have the Arnold here. Now, the key issue in slipping is to understand that all of the slips in self-defense are actually caused from our own flinching. Of course, I can do sort of like attacking and moving, getting around the person and being like, hey, trying to de-escalate the things. But eventually, I'm not trying to make the first hit here if it's not legally possible or otherwise. So what happens is that, let's say that this is now the person faced with me, hit something, and I flinch, get startled, and now I should be able to sort of like attach my attack, my counter attack to this flinching. So that's why we practice a lot of this type of stuff. If I turn Arnold here a bit. So thinking of flinching outwards, as in order my head going like this. So if my head would be going like this and punching, or doing some hand defense, or then if my flinch goes from here to here, also punching. Now the thing is that I need to get this motion and this motion together. Of course, everything starts from the core as always. So when you are in a situation that, hey, now I need to de-escalate stuff, anytime that happens, my first thing that I do technically is this. I get something in my core, here strength, because now I can be doing stuff like this. If I'm standing like this is all I can actually do. All right, so let's get ourselves ready. Thinking that you start from here, get you a little bit of a better position, and now thinking that something is coming towards your head and you move out. Something coming towards your head and you move out. And now I'm just using my own hand, so if I'm not fast enough, I will hit myself with the head, okay? Don't get a bloody nose though. And now of course it's all right because nobody sees it. But from here, thinking that this is coming towards your head, what your head needs to do is this. And now as I'm putting a punch to it, I'm already practicing slipping and hitting. So primary action of this, outside, turning my body towards the attacker. All right, let's do a few times. And now remember, if you have your left leg a little bit more forward, you will turn to your right, and vice versa. Don't try to go to here, because it's not very applicable and feasible reaction, because it never happens like that. And you can try it. Being here and the person is punching you in the face and you see yourself doing this, or you see yourself doing this. All right, good. So hand mirror to the face, move outside, hit, hand to face, move outside and hit. And this is the trickiest part of having your own hand coming towards your face and being able to do this. But one of the best exercises for you to get the understanding that what is happening in this. So from here, continuing the attack. So from here, continuing the attack. doing this. Doing this. Now you see from behind. Doing this. Doing this. Now let's get lower a bit. And now let's change the hand. So now this one is coming towards your head and you're moving here. And by this exercise, we are actually tricking ourselves to take this hand to become a block. So a little bit schizophrenic feeling perhaps, but you get the hang of it. So be in a position like this. Now attack starts coming towards your face and you go here. So from here, you go here. So from here, and you move here. So head ducking to the side and bring the hand up here. Because now, if I put this ball in motion and I want to get the same idea of getting here. Okay? So from here, if I don't move, it will hit me as I push my head forward. I did not want to get a bloody nose for the video, but I'm going here. So thinking of this. Key mistakes that we tend to do with these are so that once you are doing this, you start to take a long step with this one and then you leave here. And now obviously there is no continuation. Because once your foot is in front of your shoulder line, it's actually stopping you. Also, if you start to make it like this, and your shoulder line is so much in front of your feet, over here, again, we face the same problem. So thinking of moving from here and letting your feet and legs be below you. That's the key ingredient of this. The third one, if we think about slipping and punching, is maybe the U type of slip. So something comes towards my head, I go to here, and then I counter. So now it would be something swinging to here, and I come up with this one. It's actually two motions put in one. So thinking of coming to here, and now using your core to rotate. So in Krav Maga sense, it would be this, and then I'm coming up with this. So I have two attacks. So once the person's to my head, I go to here, I punch, and now I come up with the second one, and then the third one. So now the drill for moving and slipping and using punches is actually pretty simple. Thinking that something is coming towards your head, you're doing this and you're doing this. And of course, this can be also turned into, it did not go as a punch, it went as a sort of like a defense or block, or just striking to the person's hand. It's all the same. So from here to here, this one, punching, 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 punching. Now, if you have a device like this, you can do this pretty easy. All right, so now I'm training with our Arnold here, and you can see from behind that we are in one line. And now as he starts to come towards me, and I move to the side and punch, okay? That's the idea. And now be careful with this one. If I move all the way here, now all of my body weight is going there, so I will not be hitting the person. So always remember that I need to have my feet pointing towards the target. But the exercise being push, out, The same to the other side if I have my right leg in front, doing this. So, doing this, relax. Doing this, relax, okay? So that's the slip when I'm turning towards the attacker. I'll move him a bit so you can see better the next one. So the other one we trained was this. So the person was coming towards my face like this, and I flinched and ducked to the outside. So I was turning my side towards him here. And now this may happen so that you are going to here. Now you should continue with the kick. Let's go there a little bit later. But now thinking that you are going to here, and now of course you can continue with hook punches or roundhouse kicks or whatever. Always remember the +1. But the motion itself is punching and moving at the same time. And this is the trickiest one to do, because we think that, okay, I need to push myself forward or up. No, not up. You need to push yourself to front and at the same time punch. Whether your hand is straight or so, whether it comes all the way to here, or if it's more like a hook type of punch, doesn't matter. The idea is to be here and be able to continue with the second attack. Now one thing here is very important. Now I'm just turning myself this way. So let's say that I am doing the same punch here. And now don't do this. Because the thing is that if you start moving the same leg, the same side leg as you are punching with, the problem might be this, and now the person can be behind you, sweep you off your feet. But I'm starting from here and letting the opposite leg go forward, because what we started with was this. It was already here. So if I'm like this or like this, and now I let the opposite leg get in there. That's the balancing yourself. So think that if I'm coming to here, I need to balance myself by letting this leg move below me, not be behind me, not be in front of me. So that's the trick here. So from here to here and getting into the system. So now, the exercise you need to do with this one, it's a lot to do with shadow boxing, and that is a hard exercise because you have to imagine where you're going. And that's why you can use some pointers in the floor to help you do that. Of course, if you have a target to practice with, any target, or you can just put, a chair here, it doesn't matter. I'll just get one. So even if I have just like a kitchen type of stairs here, I can use that as my nomination. I should be here at the same level with this one. Or I'm going to here using this. Very simple exercise. This. And now remember to put this one here because it makes your balance different. From here to get to here, you get your core muscles to work a little bit harder. But be innovative with that one, all right? So 2 exercises with this one were out and in. And then the third one was in with this one, all right? Now, the next slip and attack, it's about kicks. I'll be using the back a bit more. If my slip doesn't go forward, I'm not doing here. I'm going, let's say, backwards like this. And my base leg is still in front. The front kick is the most applicable one and easiest one to do. So from here and front kick. Very easy to do. Just think of moving your body first, because the brain reacts by moving your head. It says, hey, do this. So when I'm doing this and I'm making a kick, hit coming from here, doing this, making the kick. All right? So let's do that a bit. So from here, kick. From here, kick. A few more times. All right. Now, if my body turns more, if my flinching motion gets me to go to here, you see my leg turning outside a bit more. And now it comes quite easy and quite feasible for me if I'm going to here to actually use a roundhouse type of hit to the person, because my base leg turns. Because if I'm going like this, in order to have balance, I need to let my foot turn a bit more. Now about the kick that we are doing. It's just like a front kick, but we're a little bit outwards like this. So think of going to here and make a front kick. All right? So front kick would be knee up, and now knee is diagonally 45 degrees outside or so. Because your body turns to here, that's the fastest way for your leg to move. And of course, you are hitting anywhere here. All right? Just aim to the center mass. So first was this, out, kick, out, kick, and now I was turning more to here, kick, and out to here, and kick. The third one is so that I am turning so much that the kick will actually be side or back kick, depending on whether I am already, let's have this one here. So thinking that I'm moving to here and kicking to the side, thinking this. So if we go and do this with the back, let's say that this one is coming towards me, and I need to move out and give a kick to here. Now, the trick here is so that you think that something is coming towards your groin area, or somebody bursting inwards, and you do this. At the same time, you do this sort of flinching type of motion. I'm moving outside. And what I want to train now is to get my brain to do it so that I am not moving here and then trying to make a kick, because it's not going to work. The whole body moves to here, kick, think of going to take a little bit distance from the attack, and same thing here. Hey, what happened? Outside, kick, and getting away. All right? So let's do a little bit of kicking rotation. So first we start off by just moving to side, front kick. Moving to side, front kick. Moving to side, front kick. Again. And once more, both sides. This and this. Okay? Now the next one was more of a roundhouse type. So you start your body motion from here and kick. Start your body motion from here and kick. Again, this was the slip. This is the slip. That's the slip. And that's the slip. Okay? Now, the third one was using the side kick. Now, it may help you. I will show you this sideways. If I'm going directly sideways, it might be hard for you to get the flinching motion there. So you can start off by moving a little bit backwards and doing the kick. So as you see from here, I am moving to here, and now before I fall, I will move my legs. So doing motion like this, and then delivering the kick. The same to the other way. So before I'm falling, I move my legs to stop me from falling. So let's go. Let's go here, kick. Let's go here and kick. And now remember, all of the motions start from here. Okay? All of the motions start from here. All right. Now, just combine these three. Don't make them too long. Okay. 4 or 5 times each side, then take a break, because this is the point where we are in a very big danger of getting good with the wrong thing. All right? Because once we get tired, it starts to look like this. And there was nothing to it. You have to have your core with you to go about it. All right? So, this exercise is mentally more hard and tough than it is physically. So it requires concentration. Thinking of coming to here and here, thinking of going to here and here, thinking of moving to here, continuing with some punches, you're moving to here, continuing with some punches, or moving to here, hammer punches, all right? To here, hammer punches, and then the side kick, and probably just getting away, or using the same hammer punch type of things. So now, either you work with back, Arnold, or some other equipment, whatever, or partner. Training with a partner, of course, has the benefit of them moving and being dynamic about it. But as we need to train solo, a lot of times, we can still do it, no problem. So, let's say we start off from here, and now the punch comes in, and you go into here, and you join 2-3 types of attacks. And now don't worry about, okay, what part of the leg I'm gonna hit the roundhouse, because Bob is not moving from the baseline. If you punch a person to the face and you hit, they will also move from the baseline. So then don't worry about, okay, which part of the leg I should hit. As long as I'm not hitting with the this part of my foot that will break very easily, no problem. But thinking from going from here to this, to this, to this, to this, just lets you combine all things. Or you come from here, you go and go into combining some hits. Okay? Or if you want to make sort of like a sit to the side, think of doing this. Now, we put together a 30-second, 40-second round for you that will help you combine stuff. You can look at, okay, what we're doing there. But now, be more innovative. Think of doing this. All right, the person is punching with the face, I'm going here, I'm punching in. Now the punch is coming there, so I'm doing this. Or now it was there, I'm doing this. And just let your body work it out. Don't try to be too fast. Try to be smooth, okay? That's the key idea here. All right, that's it for now. And train a few times, make an exercise out of it. It should be relaxing after days of kicking or so to get you warmed up again, and then take the next session when you feel like it. Any questions, problems, send them over, I will help you. Thank you.